Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is the look I filmed for you today. It's a super grungy, super winged out, smoky eye, and I love the way it turned out. I'm living for it. I love this liner technique that I've used where I've like smoked it out. It's not really something I do very often or I've ever done in a YouTube video before. I also, as you'll probably notice, have a new little backdrop going on. I'm just sort of putting things places and just seeing how they look. So yeah, maybe I need to get like a light back there as well, just so it doesn't look so dark. But I'm not sure. I'm gonna have a little play around. But let me know in the comments what you think of it, whether you like the plain background, whether you prefer something like this, or whether you want me to go back to having like sequined colored backdrops, because I can do that. I still have all of them and they're all just sort of like sitting in a wardrobe and they just don't get used anymore, mainly because I'm a bit too lazy to put them up. If you like this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and please be sure to subscribe to my channel as well. Come and join my little squad, my little family, and also go and hit follow on my Instagram page as well. That is where I am most active and where I like to have sort of little chats with you guys. If you want to learn how I created this super grungy makeup look, then please keep on watching. So I've obviously already done this eye as per usual, just to have a little practice. I did actually do a completely different look on this eye to begin with, and it just went a bit south. Like I loved it until I did one thing and then I just had to take the whole fucking thing off. So anyway, this is what I have come up with now. It's one of those looks that's not gonna look perfect until we put the lashes on, until the rest of our face is done, and yeah, so you can sort of see it all pulled together, and especially like the underneath of the eye as well. Like I feel like it looks like a lot before you put the underneath eye on. So yeah, I've prepped this eye as well, just using a concealer, but I'm not gonna set it today. I'm just gonna try a different technique. A lot of UK makeup artists these days are using like a very full coverage concealer and they're not setting it, and they're getting really good color payoff from their pigments and their eyeshadows. So I'm sort of trialing it myself. It's obviously something I'm not really used to because I've always set my base, but anyway, it seemed to work pretty well on this eye and it gives you like a really good pigment. So yeah, so instead of starting off with the lightest transition shade, I'm gonna go in with our sort of main crease color, and it is from the Morphe 39A Des Create palette, and it's this one right here. And I'm taking that on a Zoeva 221 brush, and I'm going to apply that directly to the outer corner, and you can see I'm stamping it on and the pigment is obviously sticking to the concealer. This does kind of make it a little bit harder to blend in the beginning, but then when you start layering the shadows on top of each other, they just go really sort of intense and the blend will start to get really easy. So again, just sort of pack it on and then take it through to the crease. And it doesn't matter if it comes down a little bit too far here, because we're going to clean that up with a wipe as well. So I'm just using really light packing motions and I'm packing that colour into the crease. Then you can just start to lightly buff that out. And because it mixes with the concealer, it just creates this really soft, seamless blend. So I'm just going to go in with a clean-ish brush. I did use it on the other eye, so it has got a little bit of something on there. So now I'm going to go in with the colour that I would have usually used as my transition shade, and it's just this one right here. So it's the second one in out of the bigger pans. And I'm taking that on a different 221 brush. This is the same brush, but it's just a clean one. And I'm going to go right around the edges with this. And because this is such a blown out look, it is quite quick to get the main shadows down. So now I'm going to move on to the next shade, and it is this one right here. So it's this nice warm chocolatey brown from the bigger pans, and it's the third one from the end. And I'm going to take that on a Morphe M514 brush. And again, I'm just going to start packing that onto the outer corner. And then slowly start to blend that through the crease. And there's going to be a lot of back and forth as well with these colours, just to make sure we don't lose any of them and to make sure that they're really intense. And I make sure I'm building up on the inner corner as well. So now I'm going to go back in with that first shade that we used, and I'm just going to reinforce that. So I'm just going around the edges of the colour that we just laid down, and I'm using really light motions with my hands. So now I'm just going to take a Morphe M506 brush, and I'm going to mix these two colours together. This one has still quite like a warm undertone, and then this one is more of like a cool toned ashy brown, but it's really dark, so I wanted to mix the two together. And I'm just building that up on the outer corner first. And then again, I'm just really slowly going to take whatever's left on the brush through the rest of the crease and into the inner corner. So now I'm just going to create a line across my lash line that gets thicker towards the end, just using my Illamasqua Precision Gel Liner. And I'm just taking that on my Zoeva 317 winged liner brush. I don't want to do it too thick at the end though, just because the technique that I'm going to use sort of spreads the product out. So if I take it too far, the black will be too thick. So I'm just going to leave it like that for now. And then just to diffuse it, to make it look a little bit more smoky, I'm just going to take a little drop of my Inglot Duraline just onto the top of my liner pot. And I'm going to take a Morphe E39 brush, just a tiny, tiny little bit on the brush. And I'm going to lightly tap that over the liner. And what this is going to do is just help to disperse the product. Just so it sort of smokes it out. Then what I'm going to do is take my Morphe M507 brush, and I'm just using the black that's in the palette, and I'm just going to really lightly tap that over where I have laid down that liner and smoked it out, and also onto the outer corner, so we can make this look really smoky. This also makes the liner look really, really dark as well. And then what I'm going to do is go back in with my M506 brush and those two darkest shades that we mixed together, and just help to blend that black out into the crease. And then I'm going to go back in with my brush that I used for the first shade, just to help blend that out, make sure it's nice and seamless, and make sure there's no harsh lines. So now I'm just going to take a wipe and I'm just going to clean up underneath and just clean this line up here. So now I'm just going to add the glitter that I've just popped just on this little bit here, just above the liner, and I'm just going to use the Urban Decay Midnight Cowboy. And I'm just doing like a really thin line just from the inner corner. Just to like the center of the lid, and then I'm sort of stopping. Okay, so before I finish off the rest of the eyes, I'm just going to put my foundation on off camera and my lashes as well, and then I'll be right back to finish off the rest of the look. So I've done my foundation and my concealer and I have put my lashes on. So now I'm just going to finish off my under eyes and then we'll finish off the rest of the face as well. So I'm going to take in my Morphe M514 brush and a bit of the first shade that we used, the really orangey one. I'm just going to tap the excess off because I don't want any to get onto my foundation. And I'm just going to run that all the way along my lower lash line. I'm just going to join it up at the outer corner as well to what we did on the top of the eye. Now I'm going to take my M506 brush and I'm going to mix together those two darkest shades. And I'm going to go right underneath my eye again. And focusing these colours mainly on the outer corner. Again, I'm just going to join that up. So now just to finish off the outer corner, I'm just going to take my M507 brush from Morphe and a bit of the black from the 39A palette that we've been using. And I'm just going to put that right on the outer corner. And just really lightly blend it into the inner corner of the eye. I'm also just going to join that up to the outer corner. And then I'm going to go back in with my M514 brush and a bit of the orangey shade again, just to blend all of that together. Especially this sort of outer corner where we've joined it up. We want that to look really seamless. So I'm just going to apply some mascara to my bottom lashes and that will finish off the eyes, and then we're going to finish off the rest of the face. So I'm just going to do my highlight, my contour and my bronzer off camera, and I will be back to do a lip because you've seen me do it a million times and it's not changed. So I'll be right back. So the lip combo I'm going to use today is the NYX Sandstorm Suede Liner and the Ludwig Everlasting Liquid Lipstick from Kat Von D. So I'm just going to line my lips first. And that is the final look. I hope you guys like this tutorial. I haven't done a look like this for a long time, or at least it doesn't feel like I have. and yeah, I love the way it turned out. It's super winged out, and yeah, it's just a bit different. Like, I haven't really done this liner technique before. As always, everything I use will be listed in the description box down below, as well as all of my socials, so you can go and follow me there too. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel as well. It would mean the world to me. And with that being said, I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.